Welcome to Cindy's Chronicles. Boom. Haha. What is up, my angels? Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. If you are new here, please stay, please subscribe, please let me know in the comments that you're new to my channel so I can welcome you to the family. If you are my loyal subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. And I am so sorry, guys, I gotta make this video. Hopefully this is the last one. What in the world is a fly doing here? Let me roll this window up. If you saw that title and you're just here for that reason, what's up? Okay, guys, I did not want to be making another video at all. Y'all, this has gotten out of hand. I am a grown woman. This is not how I saw my day. I literally just flew in from Miami this morning. I got a cold. As you can see, I'm talking out of my head. Feels like I'm talking out of my ears. However you say that, I'm really stuffed up. I have work. Got my coffee. Because some of us do have a real job other than the internet, okay? But I go on the internet and I see that this little girl, well, not little, but this girl, she just keep playing with me. She's so disrespectful. So disrespectful. And now I feel the need to defend my family, defend myself. I went on vacation and I promised myself when I came back, I was going to go on to the next. I got to edit my vacation videos. Like I said, I have work right now. And not to mention, to be on the internet going back and forth with a child, to me is a child because I have children that's older than her, is redundant. But at this point, I have to do what I have to do. I am the one who said, if you want smoke, I'm bringing fire, all this kind of stuff. So who would I be if I don't keep my side of my end of the deal, right? I got to keep up my end of the deal. I got to keep going back and forth with you. I'm not mad that you're making your videos at all. Girl, I am not mad at you. Let me tell you something. We don't always get a chance to have this going on where everybody can make a bag, okay? It's just the point that you get on the internet and you say, oh, everybody's doing this for a bag. And then you drag it and make a video after video after video. I don't understand. Like, I know, I don't get the people who don't see what you're doing. But it's okay. You keep calling for me. Here I go. And I apologize again to my subscribers, to my loyal subscribers, because I know y'all don't want to see this. I got so much stuff that I'm working on in my life right now. So much stuff. Again, if you have not gotten your book, get it now. I started today. I started today, y'all. I'm cleansing today. And I guess I got to go ahead and get this out. This is part of my cleanse, because holding it in, y'all watch my videos. When you hold it in, don't do nothing for you. All right, let's get into this video. All right, guys, while we wait, y'all, I got to go to work today. I got these off the plane, and I'm not going to lie. I think I want to go toss some in my coffee right quick, because going to work this sober with all this extra stuff going on, I ain't going to put that much. Just add a little bit to my coffee. Y'all see what this situation doing me? All right, y'all, let's get into it. Also, I want to say to Lena, I'm not mad at you for making your videos, okay? Make your money, baby. Just, first of all, be ready for the heat that's going to come behind it. Because I did give you my word that if you keep coming, I'm going to come. I can't go back on my word. But also, make your videos and do it with your chest. Don't make the videos and then get behind the camera and start crying. Oh, they're making videos on me. And they're body shaming me. And oh, they're being immature because she keep making videos. And oh, she says I'm on the spectrum. No. I said you act like you're on the spectrum. And you do. But I also apologize because the spectrum can mean anything. The spectrum doesn't just mean autism, okay? That just means you could be on the spectrum of, you may be slow to comprehend or something like that. So I had no ill intent towards anybody with autism. Some of the smartest kids are autistic. A lot of us are adults are autistic, but we don't know it because we didn't get checked for that when we were kids. So I am definitely not trying to offend anybody with that, okay? But again, if you want to continue to keep making videos about me being disrespectful, then don't get mad when I make them back and start playing the victim. Do it with your chest. Say, yeah, my name is Lena and I'm making videos for money too. Don't say, oh, I don't need the bag. I'll stay poor. That's on you if you want to stay poor. Because girl, stop lying. Anyway, let's get into this video, guys. She want to stay poor. And y'all already know we're not doing all that fancy stuff over here. Y'all know, y'all already know y'all gonna get what I give y'all with this little situation right here.
As everything else that's going on, that's been all over the internet and stuff, I feel like I know in my heart that I'm like way more mature than this situation. And to me, sitting there and making videos and just talking.
How are you so much more mature than me? I mean, let's talk about it. I know you're way younger than me, but again, Lena, say it with your chest, okay? There's nothing wrong with making your videos and making your money, all right? But make those videos with your chest. Yes, you do want to make money and you're making these videos for money because you made your video first, a 50-minute video. Only thing I did was respond to your video because you were trying to tear me and my daughter down in the video, and I came with receipts and my daughter came with receipts. So stop trying to act like we did this to you first. We did not, honey. We did not. You made the video first. We responded to your video. You made another video, then another video, then another video, okay? And again, I never made another video until now responding to your video, okay? So trying to make people feel bad for you, saying, oh, you're not being mature and I'm way too mature for this. Honey, if you're going to do something, do it with your chest. Stop hiding behind faking, trying to make people feel sorry for you. That eventually gets old and people will see you for who you are.
Down on people and intentionally trying to get them bashed and just making them feel like low and calling.
Ain't that what they did to me? Didn't you go and make these videos to intentionally get me bashed? Okay.
Them slow and on the spectrum and all that stuff, like that shit don't feel right to me. I don't feel good doing it, even though I know I can make a bag. Like going back and forth with Meek and Jacinda, it still just don't feel good to do.
Jacinda, you so disrespectful, little girl. And again, you started these videos, and as far as me saying that you were on the spectrum, honey, you can be on the spectrum and it not be autism. Let's get that straight. You could be on the spectrum of comprehending. The spectrum could mean anything, okay? So stop trying to make people feel sorry for you, saying, oh, she said I was slow. You're slow to comprehend. You are very slow to comprehend. Okay.
I feel like people that do that is coming from like a lot of hate in their heart and no maturity and stuff that they have to work on in there.
Okay. So you're insinuating that I have hate in my heart. I don't. I have a lot of things that have happened to me. I do. And my mic was down there. And that's okay. But hatred in my heart, I don't have any hatred in my heart. But you do. Let's talk about how you will not even speak to King's mom. How Ocean and Olivia don't even know King's mom. How you won't even let them talk to her on the phone because you have issues with her. You have mommy and daddy issues, and you don't want King talking to his mama. That there, my girl, is having hatred in your heart. I don't have any hatred in my heart. I was just defending my family. You all went on the internet and started saying things that were not true. And I wanted to defend my family. And I don't see nothing. I never, ever, ever speak out. If you go back to my page, I never, ever, ever say anything about what's going on with my daughter and her life. But when I got light, mama, it's okay for you to take up for yourself. I did. And I came back with receipts, and so did my daughter. Okay? All right, let's get into this video.
So personally, that's just not me. Like, I could have made all these videos back to back and all these TikToks, and I could have got my bag up too, but it just don't make me feel good. Like, I'd rather be broke and make
Oh no. As an older woman, honey, don't ever say you'd rather be broke. Okay? And let's not act like you didn't make a whole bunch of TikToks and a whole bunch of Snapchats and a whole bunch of YouTube videos. You did. That's not our fault that you only got 20,000 views. You did. You made them. And you talked about us. Okay? Should have sent the thank you note. I might take that off. But anyway, you did, Lena. Again, stop playing the victim, my girl. I was fond of you. When everybody told me, oh, Lena this, Lena that, I was like, but she's still a young girl and I'm going to give her a chance. I do talk to King's mom, and she has voiced how she felt about how Lena doesn't care for her and don't want King around her. And I have witnessed it myself. I've been in the same room with them. I've witnessed things that happen that I could actually talk about. I'm not going to go into that because Miss Janice is not an internet person. She don't come to the internet. She don't like it. And this whole situation has saddened her. So therefore, I'm not going to say too much because I do have respect for her. Okay? But, Lena, let's talk about that. Okay?
make my little 20K, 30K view videos, then sit there and just bash somebody and know that the whole world is going to attack them and have them death threats. The reason why I spoke out.
That was exactly what you did, honey. You're not saying anything with your chest. And then you wonder why we made an assumption that it's a possibility you might be slow. I'm going to say it's slow. Okay? When I listen to you talk, I can very well tell that you're a very intelligent woman. So I don't think you're like dumb. I think you're slow. Okay? Because we're all making a bag off of this. You are, I am, King, Neek. It's unfortunate the way we have to make the bag because our family's business is being all over the internet, and that's just something that we don't normally do. But okay, guys, come on.
To be with was because I was getting dragged into the situation from my screenshots getting posted to Neek posting on her Snapchat about me and just invalidating the shit that I do for Kaiser all these years before I was even a fiance. And it was like, yes, I do want my cookies because I feel like any chance somebody get, they're just quick to downplay. And then people are attacking.
I got a cookie for you, Lena. Remember when King's mom picked Kaiser up when y'all first moved in that house? That was like, what, maybe a year ago? Oh, yeah, because you had just had your baby. When King's mom brought Kaiser over and you sprayed him down at the door and made him take off his clothes because you didn't want him around your baby because he might get your baby sick. Well, honey, having kids means that sometimes your kids are going to be around germs. That's a part of having kids. Why do you think we wasn't worried about Kaiser? When Kaiser had the flu, we did take him to the doctor. We did get him checked. They did say he had the flu. But 2 days later, because I kept him with me while he was sick, I didn't even take him to his mom until he was clear. But the day he was clear. He stayed with me for 2 days and then he went to his mom's house the next day. Do you know where he went? He went straight to be with his stepbrother and their family. And his grandmother kept him and held him in her arms and allowed him to play with the other kids. And just gave all the other kids some medicine to make sure they were all fine. That's what happens when you have kids. When you're around kids, sometimes those kids gonna have a little runny nose. And that is okay. As a mother figure talking to you, sometimes it's not a bad idea to have your kids around germs. It strengthens their immune systems. My kids used to swim in a ditch when it rained. My kids ran outside barefooted. So it's okay to have the kids around germs every now and again. But you did that. You definitely did it. You definitely sprayed him down so that he wouldn't spread germs. Let's talk about that.
And I know I know what a deadbeat daddy look like. I have a deadbeat dad, okay? I know what a deadbeat daddy look like. I know what a bitter baby daddy look like because that's my father, like 100%. And the shit that King do.
Stop projecting. None of us thought King was a bad father. One thing I told King years ago, and he can tell anybody this. I told him it don't have to be about money or nothing. Kaiser needs you. If you don't do nothing else, just be in his life because he needs you. King could tell anybody I told him that. Okay? I think that he loves Kaiser. I think he's amazing dad. Like he loved his son. He loved that his son act like him. So him talking about, y'all hate Kaiser, act like me. Boy, no. That's what makes him Kaiser. The mixture of his dad and his mom. He loves his dad. He adores his dad. Girl, we would never, ever take that from him. Ever. I don't care what odds we have. If Kaiser come home right now, whatever is going on, if Kaiser come home and say, love you, I want to call my daddy, you better go pick up that phone and call your daddy. If your daddy call that phone, that ain't got nothing to do with what we got going on. So we never said he was a bad father. That's you over there, honey, making all those videos, trying to play victim as if we're calling him a bad father. This has never, ever been about him being a bad father. This has everything to do with y'all painting my daughter and painting me to be bad people. Y'all not comprehending. You not getting. And that's another reason why we may have insinuated that you're a little slow. We never said he was a bad father. Never. Right now, today, don't worry about it, but we never said that. And let my daughter talk to her son. Okay? Everything that happened that was brought to the internet had absolutely nothing to do with King being a bad father. Okay? All right, little girl.
Behind the scenes and how he be trying to talk to them and like communicate with them, and I've just seen the way that they talk to him and communicate with him and treat him. I'm for what's right at the end of the day, and if the whole world is about to go against him, then I'm standing beside my man.
Stand beside your men, okay? But me, when you say the way we talk to King, I'm to explain, he's not my baby daddy. Anytime I have ever talked to him, it's always been on some respectful, and he's been respectful to me. Now, I did call him and scream at him maybe twice because he did something that made me upset when it came to being disrespectful. And that's no more than what I would have done to one of my children. If one of my children did something I thought was disrespectful, I'm going to call him and say, why did you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And guess what happened the last time I screamed at him? When I dropped Kaiser off, he came out and gave me a hug and apologized. Okay? So that is not abnormal for us to do stuff like that. So when you say how somebody talked to your man, are you talking about Neek? Because that's how they talk to each other. They've been doing that before y'all met. I doubt it if it's personal. But, okay, that's neither here or there.
And you guys could call me slow, stupid. Oh, that's why one day when it'll be you, cool. If it ever happens to me, that's fine. That's what life had chose for me. Like, you can't stop what the future has for me. But as of right now, yes, King has been wrong, but he is a good fucking man. Like, that is a good man who be trying to be there for his child, who is very much like communicating, very much respectful, never disrespectful. Like, he ain't even ever disrespect me.
Laina, he went on TikTok. It had over 1 million views. He thought he didn't call me and say, "Did you say this?" He thought I answered the question on TikTok, and he told me to eat his dick. I'm 46 years old, and your man went on TikTok and posted a picture of me and told me to eat his dick. Is that not disrespectful? He did call me after that and tell me, "Oh, I thought you said this," or "I thought you meant this," and then we squashed it out. He didn't never go to the internet and say, "I apologize for telling a grown woman who has done nothing but tried to help me all of these years to eat my dick." And I'm not coming down on King. I'm finished with him. He's not responding. It's over with. Well, whatever we had and whatever videos that have been put out, whatever beef we had, it's over with now. Okay? Everybody said what they said. You the one still making videos. That's the only reason why I'm responding to you. But this young man told me to eat his dick. Now, just because he haven't been disrespectful to you, he has been disrespectful to me. Okay? And I'm not going to go in on him because, again, I could go in and name some other stuff, but I'm not on him. I'm on you. But I have to show my receipts for you saying that he was not disrespectful. He was. Okay? All right, let's get into this video.
Since I've been with him, I've never seen him disrespect them. He's a very respectful person, and I just feel like shit don't be fair for him because I seen how hard this man tried this whole summer to make sure that Kaiser had a great summer, and it just gets shitted on. I feel like that'd be so sad for me.
We never took that from him. Lena, let's go slow. Me and Nick have said on so many videos how happy we were for Kaiser. Kaiser said it himself. He had the time of his life. He had the best summer ever. We never said anything about that, honey. We responded to your video. My daughter talked about how they had issues with her having to come and get Kaiser. We never said Kaiser didn't have a good time this summer. Okay? You got it?
Watch. Because I know that man's feelings, and I be seeing how he be talking to her and he's telling her, like, why do you shit on me every chance that you get? Like, nothing be good enough for you. And that hurt my feelings. That should be hurting my feelings to see him like that. And yeah.
And as Nick's mom, when I see my daughter behind closed doors crying, wanting to talk to her child, when her baby daddy be taking stuff to the internet and doing all this stuff to her, and I have to be over here watching the tears come down her eyes while she's holding it in, that hurt my feelings too, Lena. Okay? When I see you and your man double teaming her and calling her insinuating she's a bad mom, and you know all the videos that y'all made before, you know all the ones that you made before saying that Neek doesn't take care of her son is with her mom. Well, if Kaiser is with her mom, that means that he wasn't with neither parent, right? So how could you dare call Neek a bad mom? I've watched y'all double team my daughter over the years, and I just sat there because she didn't want me to come to the internet, and I didn't. I respected her. And that hurt my feelings, but I kept my mouth closed because I knew it was a time for everything, okay? All right.
Go against him, and they're both going to team up against him and lie on him, and then I'm standing beside my man. And a lot of
lies. Y'all, I know I'm stopping it a lot. I know I am, but I just want to make sure that I'm real intentional about saying I'm not doing this to bash her. I'm not doing this to bash King. That is my grandson's dad. Okay? I don't want him to hurt. I don't want him to be sad. Actually, I wanted this to blow over so that, you know, everything will blow over and we'll all learn from it, and he won't make the same mistakes he made and we won't make the same mistakes that we made. But she just keep making videos. So if you're going to keep making videos insinuating that we're bullies when I know we're not bullies, I hate bullies, okay? I've never been a bully in my whole entire life, and my daughter is not a bully, but I have watched you guys bully her, and I had to be quiet about it.
I would do the same exact thing if you knew that your man was a good man and a good fucking father. So a lot of y'all be biased and trying to, you know, oh, she just needs to shut up. But if you getting dragged into a situation and then real consequences
dragged you into the situation,
lie, and U.S. embassy is getting called, that could possibly mean that me and him could go to...
Honey, why did they get called? Why?
jail, you would be doing the same exact thing, all because somebody couldn't keep it private. So yeah.
Honey, my daughter made that video. She was fed up. She didn't bring Cash App to the internet. She didn't bring all these things to the internet until you made those videos wanting cookies and talking about stuff that you should have left it alone. That's why the stuff that King is being dragged for is stuff that you brought to the internet, honey. You did that.
That, like, I'm not gonna go back and forth. I'm not gonna react to their videos. Like, her mama calling me on the spectrum. It's like, that shit is so immature. I feel like as a woman of your age, you should be leading by example. You should be trying to have like some type of mediator role between this. But no, because everything is...
I have been the mediator, little girl. And again, spectrum doesn't have to mean autism or nothing like that. You're on the spectrum of comprehending. Okay? I've apologized to anybody that I have offended when I said that, because God knows I didn't mean it like that. But of course, you want to play the victim. And I know you're not a victim. And let me tell y'all something, guys. When I'm telling her she's slow to comprehend, let me tell you something. Again, I could tell she's a very intelligent girl. It takes a smart person to play dumb. She wants a image of being, oh, I'm being brought in it. You're putting yourself in it. Lena, I made a request and I asked you to do something several times. And now you want to make me feel guilty, or you want to play the victim about it. If you'd have did that a long time ago, you wouldn't even be having this problem.
And nobody cares about nobody's feelings, and nobody really cares about the child's feelings and how this shit will affect them in the future. People just don't be having like empathy in their heart, and like,
y'all basically made all these videos insinuating that my grandson, you put all his personal business, what he's watching on the internet and all this kind of stuff. Y'all just expose family stuff that shouldn't even been exposed. But we're not considering his feelings. Okay, girl.
No, that shit is so whack to me. I just would never do that. And I get y'all be like, oh, shit,
you did do it.
Parent, like, you don't know what that feels like. And it's like, what you guys don't know is that there was a point in time where King was begging for Kaiser to go to school in our nice suburban neighborhood, in the Woodlands, in a nice gated community for first grade. He was begging. He wanted to take his son. Like, he wanted that responsibility.
Lena. Oh, gosh, there's so much stuff I want to say. But again, this is not me. I'm not about to go back and forth about what King didn't do, because this is not King video. He didn't make this video. So I'm not about to allow this little girl to make me bash King. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm going to go back and forth with you. Why would Kaiser come and stay in your suburban neighborhood? His mama lives in a suburban neighborhood. And guess what? We drove 30 minutes to take him to school every morning because she wanted him in a good school. Savannah. Okay? Why would Kaiser come to school in your suburban neighborhood when I probably said enough, so I'm going to be quiet. But keep playing with me. I will bring receipts of why Kaiser was not staying in that suburban neighborhood. Okay.
Wanted to give his son like more stability and show him how a young man is supposed to behave. But they didn't want that. They want to control everything. And then it's,
how is a young man supposed to behave? Because I would like to, there y'all go again, insinuating that my grandson is not well behaved. He might be a little hyper. He is a boy. He really acts just like his daddy and his mama put together. He is very intelligent, very smart, very, very, very smart. Kaiser been reading since he was like 4 years old. He's been on his ABC since he was 1. He can count in Spanish. Kaiser is very, very intelligent. You gonna stop insinuating that my grandson not smart. Now, I allow you disrespect me, you disrespect my daughter. I don't talk about your daughters. As a matter of fact, I always speak to them. I don't play with people's kids. Stop playing with my grandson. As a matter of fact, stop disrespecting me. Go play with your mammy, because I don't disrespect you, okay? I don't disrespect you, and I don't disrespect your mama. Go play with your mama, not me.
like, then you complain about the things that he does, but when he was trying to have responsibility, when he was really trying and begging you, can he please go to school over here, please? Like, he should be with his father. Like, he's a little boy. He needs to be.
As a matter of fact, you see how she keep bringing up stuff, guys? You see how she bringing up stuff that don't even got nothing to do with her? If y'all really want to know about the school situation, go watch Royalty World. It's Royalty World on YouTube. Go watch that video. And I'm not even going to talk about it. Y'all go watch that video, okay? And not only would you get everything you need from that video, Royalty's World, it's also a lot more when they move I don't even have to go into depth if y'all just go watch that video, because that's enough already. Okay, guys.
Nobody wanted to listen then. Nobody cared. Nobody acknowledged him. Like, it was like a no. Too bad. And then it's like you quick to throw it in his face. Now he moved to Thailand and he's trying to make some money and he's trying to make a career out of himself. We probably would have been in Texas still, y'all. If she would have let Kaiser go to school in our neighborhood, we would have stood in Texas. We would have stood in Texas, because it was like we would have had no other.
If Kaiser would have moved, let me sip my coffee, girl. Oh, I'm gonna have to take another sip of that. Lena, you just saying crazy shit at this point. If Kaiser would have moved in with you guys, if he'd okay.
Choice. Kaiser would have been going to school with us, with his dad. Like, a deadbeat daddy is not going to offer those things. My dad would never, never had offered those things. After my mom and dad split up, I ain't get a present. Like, I haven't got a present from my dad since I was maybe 14 years old. I ain't get a present from my dad. I ain't get a birthday gift from my dad. I ain't spend no holidays with my father. He ain't never took me out and like took me to go do something by himself. My dad ain't teach me nothing valuable in life besides talking down on me and making me feel like shit. He is such a good man. Like, you don't gotta call looking for him. Like, King is calling. There was times my mom didn't even know where my dad was.
Wait, that's between you and your family. Like, this situation completely different. What happened with your daddy? Nick ain't have her daddy either. Do you see her sitting around making excuses? Nick didn't have her daddy. Her daddy never came around. Her daddy got on national TV, literally, and didn't even know her son's name. He didn't even know how to say her son's name. He never met her son before. I think he probably seen him in passing once. So
My dad would not call for me, my sister. Would not ask, hey, do you need anything? Do you need any money? My dad was not sending no $200 groceries to my mom's house. That's for a fact.
Who sent $200 worth of groceries? Lena. Oh, gosh, I want to say it so bad. See, if I say what I really want to say, people going to really say I'm wrong. You want to talk about those groceries? Okay, I'm not going to get into it. But a few bags of Takis. By the way, Kaza don't eat Takis. And I know y'all sent them every time y'all sent groceries and all those snacks and stuff. But you know what? I'm not going to discredit King because we never called him and said order chicken or nothing like that. Those couple of months that y'all sent those groceries, but I appreciate it. Those groceries. Thank you. I didn't know it was $200 worth.
Some deadbeat daddies, some bitter baby daddies that will talk to you like shit. Like, my dad done told me and my sister he don't love us just because he was mad at my mom and him broke up. He would call us like we gonna be hoes.
I'm so sorry you went through that because that is not a good feeling to feel abandoned by. It's not a good feeling to feel abandoned by somebody you love. That's not a good feeling. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Okay? I know that feeling. Oh, too well.
Like, I'm telling you, like, I know what a bitter baby daddy look like, and I know what a deadbeat daddy look like, and y'all be throwing that word around.
We never said he was a deadbeat.
When you could see clear as day that this man loved all his kids, and behind the scenes, he's been.
Y'all got to get to work, and I am sitting in this car. Hold on.
He's begging for his son. He wanted to have his son all year round. So it's like that whole.
Okay, so if you can't have the son year round, and I'm not talking to King because this is Lena talking about it. If you felt like King needed to have his son all year round, then why didn't you start off with just maybe Christmas? Because I had a surgery planned for Christmas. That was my Christmas gift from my daughter. Is for me to get surgery. Okay? She paid for it. Y'all see this chin? This fat under my chin? And these little fat arms? They were going to be gone. I was going to get surgery. But Kaiser had surgery too. And y'all were supposed to get Kaiser. And when y'all didn't, I canceled my surgery. Because I needed to make sure that Kaiser was going to be okay after his surgery. So let's not talk about. But y'all, when I didn't get my surgery, I didn't want to go back to Colombia by myself. So my daughter lost her money. I never went back. Because right after that, that's when the situation happened with my ex cheating. And I definitely couldn't go get surgery while I was in the process of healing. And yeah, my daughter lost her money. So now I still got to get surgery because, baby, I want these fat jiggly arms gone. I ain't about to sit around and just keep complaining about my weight, baby. I'm going to do something about it. If I can't lose it, I'm going to get it sucked out. Okay? I'm 46 years old. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Nobody's talking about, oh, you having surgery? Yes, I want to have surgery. I want to look good and feel good. Not that I don't already look good, but yeah. Okay, guys.
Any chance they get, they so quick to name the shit that don't work out for them, something that they can't control or convenient, and then it's he's slow, he's on the spectrum, he ain't shit, he ain't gonna fight for his son, when this man has been on a got into altercations because nobody wanted to give him his son, begging on the phone, hello.
Do you really want to bring that up? Do you really want to bring that up? What kind of altercation has he gotten into? Lena, you bringing shit to the internet that don't have to be brought. Y'all want that smoke? Because that wasn't about him. That was 100% not about him wanting his son. That was him trying to control the situation. And again, I'm not about to talk about King on this video because this is me responding to you. My issue is with you, not with King. And you're not going to keep... What's happening is you keep bringing stuff to the internet that shouldn't be brought to the internet. And then when he get bashed, now you're trying to act like you're picking up the pieces for your man. I'm sticking by my man. Well, I guess so, because you're the reason why he getting stuck up. It's you. Now, if I ask you to do what I asked you to do in the early part of the other videos, people going to say I'm wrong and I'm being a bully. But if you'd have listened to me, we probably wouldn't get this far. So that altercation, I guess, is the reason why y'all moved to Thailand. Laina, don't start, because you know you don't. Okay.
It's my time to have my son. I want my son. Why would you plan something on my time to get my son? I've seen this man fight for his son. Like, that shit be irking me, and especially when it gets to social media, because then you got all these people thinking the worst of this man, and then just everything that he spent this...
I don't know what she saw or what eyes she's looking at this situation through. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes a woman or a man will come in your life and they want to be your only person till they divide and conquer. They divide you from everybody that you love and then they allow you to be tore down, and then they turn around and want to build you back up and say, but I'm here and I'm the only one here. Yeah, you're the only one here because you done divided everybody else out their life. Somebody called me this morning, a really, really close person to them, and I'm not going to bring up their name, and said the fear was that we wouldn't allow Kaiser to talk to him. I said, what? Kaiser could talk? We'll never stop that. So if that's what you're thinking, Lena, get it out your head. We'll never stop Kaiser from talking to him. You're not going to divide that, okay? You might could divide all this other stuff. You're not going to divide that. All right. And we're not going to make her responsible for his actions. That's not what I'm doing. I'm only responding to her because she's the one who made the video. And I cannot go off on explain for something that he didn't say. This is stuff she's saying.
Summer, every little lesson that I've watched him tell his son, hey son, when life is like this, remember this. Hey son, this is how a young man is supposed to act. None of that gets acknowledged. And that's horrible, because that's actually how a lot of dads start to really feel like, well, what the fuck is the point? Because I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't.
That's what you want them to think.
And
I just said that.
To the media, it only makes it 10 times worse. Because now you got the whole world hating him and then accusing him of stealing money from his son, that he's the one who's sending him the money. Why are we acting like our parents...
Laina. First of all, that $20 that King sent to Kaiser's Cash App, that was $20 he sent me to put in my gas tank, but he sent it on Kaiser's because I brought Kaiser over to his house in the middle of the night because he wanted Kaiser that next morning. He sent it to me on Kaiser's Cash App. For gas, but I chose to let Kaiser keep it on his card. So anyway, I'm sure explain. I'm not taking nothing from King, y'all. If I call him and ask him for something for Kaiser, which I really never really had to, but I'm almost certain if I called him and asked him for it, he was going to give it to me. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but Lena, let's not act. Neek didn't bring this up, and I know it's probably not my business to bring up, but let's not act like that's not the second time that happened with Kaiser's Cash App. Kaiser's Cash App was used to buy the family pizza before y'all even moved to Thailand. And Neek had a conversation with Splain about that. And I'm not saying nothing about it because I don't care. When I talked to Splain, I was like, yeah, if Kaiser got it on his Cash App, use it. You know, I didn't think nothing of it. So I'm not saying, you know, one thing about Kaiser, y'all, he is a kid. If he wants something, he want it. And that's the reason why if he get birthday money or, you know, when he learned how to spell new words or something like that, I would send him $10 Cash App. He have his own money because if he don't want to eat what we want to eat, he'll be like, well, can I buy something with my Cash App? You know, Kaiser spent $50 on his teacher. I said, Kaiser, I'm not spending $50 on no gift for your teacher. He was like, let me use my Cash App. I let him use his Cash App, right? So I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that. I'm just saying the things that Lena is bringing to the internet, she shouldn't be bringing because she don't even know the consequences behind it, that if we brought receipts, it's causing her man to get dragged. And then she want to turn around and say, I'm sticking by my man after it's her fault that he's being dragged right now. No, it's not her fault that, you know, all these things happen or whatever, but that was over with. You continuing to make videos, you're keeping this situation alive. Y'all, my camera's on 1%. And I got to go to work. It looked like it's about to rain. I need to finish my coffee. I don't even want to finish that video. Because everybody going to be saying, I'm too old for this. I'm bashing her. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to watch it a little bit. My thing on 1%. I'm going to go until my camera go dead. Okay, guys. So I did not finish watching that video. My camera went dead. And I had to get to everything that needed to be done. And now that I'm halfway through, I got in the car with my boo. Say what's up.
What's up, guys?
So I'm not gonna watch the rest of that video, y'all. I can't. It's too draining. I am going to ask her to please leave me alone, and I'll leave her alone for the sake of everybody involved, like my grandson. At this point, it's no longer about my grandson. It's no longer about King. It sounds like me and Lena is fighting. She has an issue with me because that's what she does. She has an issue with I kind of sort of think she just has an issue with anybody who plays a huge role in King's life because she wants it to be, I don't know. Anyway, Lena, again, I made a promise that if you brought smoke, I was going to bring fire. We can go back and forth, or we can leave it alone. Because if you truly care about who really matters, then do something about that and stop going back and forth trying to play the victim. And if you do want to make another video because you're like, you know what, I want August check to be good, then go ahead and make it. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not mad at nothing that nobody does. I'm not mad at nobody. I want everybody to do whatever makes them happy. Just be ready for the consequences. Don't play victim. Don't go out there and shoot your shit and then turn around, throw the ball and hide your hand. Stop doing that. However you want to do this, say it with your chest. And again, stop playing with me. I'm a grown woman. If you want somebody to play with, go play with your mama. And stop playing with me. Now me and my boo going to eat some dinner because today was a long day. We had a lot of catching up to do from our vacation. Did you enjoy your vacation?
I did. It was fun.
We had a great time. And now we are going to eat some sushi. So. And y'all want to know something so funny? I was going to go get some and call her and ask her if she wanted some sushi. And then she pull up and she's like, I'm hungry. I said, well, I want sushi. She said, I just told my mom I wanted sushi. Like she lives in my head. I live in her head. Something, I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. Y'all do me a favor and have an amazing day.